When unboxing your X-ray aluminum pouch, these are the parts that you'll find. You have 3 sets of wraparound spacers, 3 back spacers, the leaf spring for the back spacer, and the bridge support for the bottom of the magazine. Then you have the aluminum pouch body with the assembly of the hanger. I want to show you in this video how to set up the pouch, and we'll set it up here for a large 2011 style magazine. The different sizes of spacers accommodate different sizes of magazines. The small spacer will be used, it's the thinnest spacer, will be used for the largest double stack magazines like the 2011 STIs and similar. The medium spacer typically fits the Glocks and similar magazines, while the large spacer, which gives the thickest material, is used for the smaller double stack magazines like the CZ and Tangfolio mags. When using a large side spacer, you typically use also the large pressure spacer, although you can fit and match and experiment with what works best for your magazine. Recommend starting with the assembly of the wraparound side spacer first, as it makes it easier to later assemble the pressure spacer or the back spacer. Now, these parts are flexible. You have an option of positioning the bridge at 3 different heights. For a large 2011 style magazine, I'd recommend seating the magazine as deep as possible, so using the pin in the lower hole. However, for a shorter CZ type magazine, you might want to position it in the center or perhaps even at the top. You have control to determine how deep the magazine will seat. Once you seat the pin, you fold the spacer around it and then hold it in place. Ensure which side of the pouch is the top. You can always confirm that by identifying the logo. And you want to insert the spacer so it engages on the rails, which you can see from the top of the pouch. So I'm going to ensure that that's engaged, and I'll push in on the front of the spacer and then start sliding it down into place. Now, this pouch, because of all the cutouts, which are mirrored in the spacers as well, can be a little more tricky to insert the spacer, so don't use excessive force. If you find it catches on the way, try to identify where that fold in the plastic is catching, press in on it, and then continue down until it seats all the way into place. There's a small plastic tab, you can see it right there on the inside of the pouch. That tab locks into place and then prevents that spacer from lifting out. There you have it, the side spacer is assembled. For the pressure spacer or the back spacer, you must remember to first loosen the new retention screw. And this is one of the upgrade features on this pouch. This screw prevents that spacer from accidentally being drawn out with the magazine, an issue which some people experienced with previous generation models. Loosen that screw a couple of turns, select the spacer that is suitable to your needs, again the small spacer now. We take the spring, place it in place. Typically you want that spring to slightly be visible above the level of the plastic. In some cases, if you find it's curved too much, you can flatten it a little bit pre-adjustment to make sure you have a good fit. Hold it in place and then slide it in from above behind the rails until it clicks into place. It should be a little bit loose, it should have a little bit of wiggle. Once that's in place, tighten down the bottom screw just against the side of the pouch, and now the length of this screw will make it impossible for this spacer to unlock, preventing and solving the problem of the spacer accidentally being pulled out. This completes the assembly of the wraparound and the back spacer. Now, for mounting the hanger on these pouches is an aluminum hanger with a fully adjustable ball joint. This allows you to unlock and tilt the pouch for angle and tilt. You can mount this hanger in 8 different locations on the pouch body. You have 3 on the side, 3 on the opposite side for ambidextrous use. You also have 2 mounting points to position the pouch bullets out. Some users prefer this. A note, if you are going to use these back assembly points over here, you must assemble the hanger first and then insert the spacer. Otherwise it restricts your access to the screw. I'm going to mount this typically in the center hole for a right-hand shooter. The key engages, and then I need to insert, well, it's actually easier to insert the screw from the inside first. And if you struggle with big fingers like I have, you can use a little pliers to hold the screw. Once you have that in place, insert the screw into the hanger. Make sure that the triangular key shape engages with the side of the pouch, and then use your T20 edge of this key to tighten it and assemble the pouch hanger to the pouch body. For adjusting the tilt of the pouch, you unlock using the T25 end of the key. You can adjust here the angle of the pouch, the tilt of the pouch, get it in the perfect position for you, and then lock up the ball joint. This I recommend doing while the pouch is already assembled onto your belt and on your body. Find that right position and lock up the pouch. This is how you set up the X-ray magazine pouch. Now, in order to dismantle the spacers, obviously to remove the back pressure spacer, you need to simply loosen that screw a couple of turns and you can push it in and slide it up. To remove the wraparound spacer, you must remove the hanger first because the screw which mounts to the hanger will hold the spacer in place as well. But remember, you've got that tab on the side that you must engage before removing the spacer. I like to use a little block of any material that I can lean the pouch bridge on. This allows me to push up very easily, and then I can just push in the little tab while applying pressure downwards, and the spacer unlocks, and I can then slide it out, remove the bridge, and change to another dimension spacer should I wish to use the pouch with a different magazine. This demonstration was done on the X-ray aluminum pouch, but the X-ray plastic model is exactly the same in every feature. The only difference is the material of the pouch body itself. I should note that the hangers are not the same because the key engagement on the aluminum pouch is triangular and the key engagement on the polymer pouches is slightly larger and elongated to give a more firm contact into the pouch body. Other than that though, the spaces are the same, the features are the same, and the excellent performance of the X-ray pouches is available in aluminum or in plastic.